Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing. Search for them on Facebook. The historic Lancaster Motel for the ultimate Eastern trail riding adventure. Crane's Snowmobile Museum at 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. If you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be your advertising message. Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. I have a robust lineup of vintage snowmobile entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to make a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time stopping by to check us out, I hope you have a good time with us tonight. I also hope that you decide to join us here each and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We simulcast to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this, just circle back in 1 week's time and we'll be right here waiting for you for another episode. To our regular viewers who are here week after week, year after year, season after season, you guys are the ones that make this possible. That you keep coming back is what makes this podcast possible. And we thank you so very, very much for that. We have comments coming in. Let's take a quick look and then we'll bring Rob on and we'll get things started here. We've got Eric Berthiaume says, awesome. Well, thank you, Eric. We appreciate that compliment. David Lowry says, greetings from Alberta, Canada, getting 20 centimeters of snow tomorrow. Wonderful. Also in the comments, let us know if you're getting some snow. We're finally getting some snow here. And when Rob comes on, we're going to ask him how he did with some snow. I know he was expecting some. Stacy and Art Fosler say, sounds good in Platkill, New York. Regular viewers, they've been here from pretty much the beginning, and we really appreciate that. Kevin Culhane says, loud and clear in Sudbury, Ontario. He's a regular viewer. David from Alaska Railroad says, sounds good, Mike. He's a regular viewer, regular and very loyal, and we appreciate that. We've got someone on Facebook saying hello from Minnesota, saying good job, buddy. We appreciate that. Eric is also saying a first-time viewer from Saratoga, New York. Welcome aboard. We love having you here. We really appreciate you checking us out. Dominic Anthony Kane says everything sounds good and looks good from Southeast Michigan. I'm going to take one more here, and then we'll bring Rob on. Oh, we've got our good friend John Spranger Jr. from Eland, Wisconsin. He says the trails are open, and he's been able to get in 2 days of riding. That is wonderful news. Cool deal. Oh, one more. Our good friend Armin Buto, Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, says hello. Nice to see you. And yes, let me bring Rob on here, and we'll continue with the program. Rob,
hello, Mike.
How you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Good. Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. So the question, the burning question that we have for tonight is, did you get some snow? I know last night we were talking, and you were expecting some snow. How did that play out for you?
We got her.
Wonderful.
We got it. We got about 10 to 12 inches of snow, and it took me 2 hours just to do a three car driveway. Then the plow went by, so I had to go back out for another hour.
Oh, to do the edge.
Time, it was getting wet and heavy. Oh,
wow. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. But our lakes just aren't safe yet.
Yeah.
The groomers are out grooming, but they're turning around at the lakes. They're telling people don't go on the lakes. We had so much rain before, so when this snow came, it made the lakes slushy. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the lakes over here either in northern Vermont.
No.
I see ice fishermen out there, but I'd be hesitant to take a snowmobile. I can see maybe walking out there if you test it, but I wouldn't dare take any kind of vehicle out there.
Yeah, we had 2 people last week and go through the ice.
Oh,
locals.
So
they knew the lake.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them like to work that ragged edge and see what they can get away with. You know, they really want to get out there and do some ice fishing, and I get that. But if you go through, man,
but we have some railway lines. So the railway lines, you really only need a couple inches of snow for the groomer to go up and down it. But every 500 feet going down the railway line, there's somebody's driveway and there's a stop sign. So you got to stop, and then you go another 500 feet, stop again. They're not my favorite place to go trail ride, but it's for this time of year to get the machine out to test it. That's a good place to go.
Yeah, you're not going to wreck your suspension.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, cool. Let's take a look at what we've got here tonight. We're on item number 1. I've got a lot of clips tonight from the Crane Snowmobile Show, and the reason for that is next weekend, February the 4th, in Lancaster, New Hampshire, at Crane's Snowmobile Museum, Paul Crane is going to have his annual snowmobile show. So I'm going to tease everyone with some clips from that show to try to encourage you. If you're in the area, this is a show very much worth attending. We're going to meet Bob Fabonio here. He's going to show us some of his rups. And you'll notice in these clips at Crane Snowmobile Museum, there's this big brown building behind the snowmobiles. Well, the nice thing about this show is you get all of the snowmobiles that the exhibitors have brung that are outside, but you go inside the museum, there's another 100 plus snowmobiles in there. So you're getting a hell of a lot of bang for your buck as far as a vintage snowmobile experience. So without further ado here, let me cue up the video here, and let's meet, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry, this is going to just take a moment here. I was clicking around just before we went on. I had everything queued up, and then I just unqueued everything.
So this museum, is it one person that owns 150 snowmobiles in there? Or people lend them a machine, donate?
Yeah, it's Paul Crane, and he owns most of them. There are a few in there that are on loan, but most of them are his personal collection. And there's over 100 sleds in there. It's a 50 by 100 foot building, and there's a beautiful collection in there, everything from antique sleds. He's got an old, I think it's a Model T with the twin tracks on the back and the skis on the front, everything from real antique stuff to get into the late 50s, early 60s with the rear engine stuff. And then, of course, the mid 60s to the mid 80s with all the snowmobiles that we all know and love. So he's got an impressive collection in there. It's just a wonderful show. 172 Main Street, Lancaster, New Hampshire. Let's take a look.
All right, let me know when you're ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, why don't you take a look at it? Make sure it's your walls. Wow, was this snow? There you go. You get 2 very nice sleds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with Vintage Snowmobile Lovers. I do a lot of videos online.
Oh yeah, I think I talked to you before.
Yeah, I think last year, right?
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
Sure.
I never.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Okay.
We'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of my name is, and these are my sleds, and just talk them up like you're telling a friend about them.
Okay. cold out.
It sure is.
Gloves on.
So it's Bob, how do you spell your last name? Fibonic?
Fibonio.
Fibonio, okay, from Hudson, New Hampshire. Yeah, nice.
So tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Bob Fibonio. These are my two Rups. They're Rup Nitros. This one here is a 400. I've owned probably 2 years now. And I bought it. It was pretty much restored, but I kind of brought it to the next level. Put a new chrome bumper on and did some detailing.
I wanted this one because of the suspension.
This is a 73 Nitro 440.
And the guy
This has also been restored.
to restore it, kind of messed it up a little bit because it's an 82. So
This one here is like more of a trail sled. This is more of a show sled.
Okay.
So, but I'm still working on this one, and I plan to. I have a chrome bumper I'm going to put on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to also have the skis re-chromed. And that should be about it for this sled.
Nice.
But they're fun sleds to drive. I've had these sleds when they were brand new back in 72 and 73, so it's kind of a fun thing for me.
Nice. So you've had these since back in the day?
Yes.
Good. Oh, look at this. Yeah, did I meet you at the Goffstown show? Yeah, you look familiar. Okay.
I think you did.
Cool deal.
So what was that driving by, Mike?
I think it was an old rear-engine Polaris or a Cat. It's there's either two people that could own that. It's probably from the Selly family. They're from Vermont, and they have a very big collection of sleds that they've restored. There's also another gentleman, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. He has more of some older sleds that have the patina on them, whereas the Sellys are restored sleds. That looked like it might have been more of a quote-unquote patina sled.
Yeah.
So I think that it was the other gentleman's name, and I'm drawing a blank on his name, and I apologize.
That's nice to see somebody bring something like that out, and it still runs.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it's neat, too, because the snowmobile trail goes right through there. So where we were looking at that rear-engine sled, the snowmobiles go right through there. And, of course, these are people on modern snowmobiles, and they're doing, like, double and triple takes at these older sleds. And, because they'll see a rear-engine sled like that and say, what the heck,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool to see. Cool. So let's see. We're on item number 2. It's time for some announcements. And tonight, the announcements are going to be on the topic of AMSOIL. So if you're ready, Rob, I'm going to put you full screen and give you a chance to tell us about some of the AMSOIL products that are available for both modern and vintage snowmobile enthusiasts.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cool deal.
A lot of people know AMSOIL has a lot of products like our engine oils, gear loop, diesel oils, and all that, but we're really big in snowmobiling. For all the newer machines, because the exhaust system and the revalves and all that, you need a no ash oil. So that's why we have the Interceptor. Bombardier wanted 92% no ash. This is 99% no ash. So this is mainly for the newer machines because of the revalves and all that. Keeps them perfectly clean. And AMSOIL will give you a 5-6% increase in horsepower because less friction, less drag. Less friction, less drag, longer engine life. So it's a cheaper product than the manufacturer's oil, but it outperforms them. Now for the older type machines, since you don't need that no ash oil, we do have just a regular snowmobile type oil. It can be used in boats, snowmobiles. It's an injector oil. It can also be used as a pre-mix, and it outperforms most of the petroleum oils on the market. My lighting's not very good, is it?
No,
a lot of
right.
people say, oh, I like the Dominator. Where's your Dominator oil? I want to run Dominator in my machine. Dominator's for the people that are going to go racing. Now, I run Dominator in my trail machine because it does give you more horsepower. Cuts down friction and drag, give you more performance. Engines do last longer. But if I get a rough, bumpy trail, I will foul a plug. So I carry extra plugs with me. And it does make a difference, more performance, more horsepower. But just for the average person trail riding, this is all you need.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the Dominator likes the high revs. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
So if you're on, but one time I had 4 miles of moguls up and down. The trail hadn't been groomed. I didn't even get halfway through before I had to stop and change a plug. And at the end of it, I stopped and put the other plug back in.
Wow.
It will follow a plug because it's not 92% no ash what Bombardier calls for.
Sure.
Yeah. And we also have another product for a lot of people with premix. I have a whole bunch of Jags at my cottage, and they're all supposed to be 32 to 1. They all run AMSOIL at 100 to 1. The chainsaw, weed eater, the 200 Black Max, everything runs AMSOIL 100 to 1. So all our equipment at our cabin that is pre-mixed, one gas can has an AMSOIL sticker on it, and that's all mixed at 100 to 1. So it's really handy because everything runs the same mixture. Now, AMSOIL at 100 to 1 will give you more protection than what some of the other oils do at 32 to 1. Cuts down friction and drag, give you more horsepower, more performance, just like all our other products, but it makes the equipment last longer. Yeah. I go a lot to the drag races, and you see people in the wintertime, they're picking up the back end. They think their track's froze in the ice when they first start the machine in the morning. Rubber track doesn't freeze in snow. But the gear case, 80W90 oil in the gear case, it turns to like honey. There, that's better. Yeah, by changing the gear oil in the snowmobile, and if you're out with your friends drag racing, you'll get one sled length difference with AMSOIL compared to the petroleum oils. And you should change the gear case every year because gear cases do run hot, extremely hot. And when they cool down, there's condensation in there. And condensation will turn into moisture. When it's sitting all summer long, causes rust problems and stuff like that. So every year before you put your machine away, you should change the gear case oil in it. And one of these bottles will do average gear case with reverse.
Sure, nice.
And the 2-cycle one we just sold, the Sabre, it comes in a perfect little bottle that one of these does 5 gallons of gas.
Oh, so perfect. Pre-measured.
Yeah, I can send my wife to the gas station and she can't mess it up. One of these to 1 gallon, 5-gallon pail of gas. It's perfect. Nice. When it used to be 32 to 1, 16 to 1, and some of the machines were 50 to 1, we had them all marked and they come back and the wrong oil be in the wrong can. This way, everything's so easy with the AMSOIL products. Yeah. And a product I really like in the wintertime is our coolant boost. Our coolant boost was designed for stock cars because stock cars can't run antifreeze. They got to run straight water. Water boils faster. By putting a coolant boost in, it disperses the heat from the water faster, so the stock car will run cooler. But also in your car in the wintertime, you get heat out of the engine faster. And in the snowmobile, warm-up time is half as long with something like this. So if you're going out and it's 10 below, your snowmobile will warm up a lot faster. And later in the year, if you're out running on the ice, you don't get much coolant when you're running ice. A lot of machines overheat. I had a friend that ran a Yamaha, and his slider would get so hot, the machine would stop. It would seize up the track, and we'd have to get out and kick the sliders, try to get them loose. And the engine would be overheating. Once we started putting coolant boost in, the engine never overheated again. It made that much difference in the engine. Yeah. Wow. But it's mainly designed for stock cars, but it works perfect for all the other applications.
Yeah.
That's, we forgot one right here. The people with 4 strokes, 0W40, pours at 58 below zero. I'm not going to be out that cold to find out. And it's a 40 weight. So most oils after 225 starts breaking down. This is good over 400 degrees. Stronger film strength, more protection, gives you longer engine life, more performance, and longer drain intervals with it.
Nice.
Yeah. And most 4-stroke snowmobiles aren't very easy to change. So if you can get oil that you can get a whole season out of it, it's a lot more convenient for you to change it during the summertime when the weather's nicer.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if anybody's got any questions for us, we'd be love to help answer them.
Yes, please leave questions in the comments here. In fact, I'm going to check that right now. I don't see any related to. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so Mark Gosso says, I used to have a 1948 Fraser rototiller that needed no ash oil. Wish I knew about AMSOIL back then. I used to have to go to a small airport to buy ashless aircraft oil.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
And we're talking about today, me out shoveling snow and all that. What a great product this is. It's AMSOIL heavy duty metal protector. Now I use it for undercoating my truck. Instead of going to a rust place, getting it sprayed, I like to use this. But if you spray it on your chute for your snowblower or your shovel, that wet, heavy snow doesn't stick. So when you go to toss that snow, it just falls right off.
Nice. Is that good also in the spring when you're storing your snowmobile for the season to spray various
Yes.
parts of the snowmobile with that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It disperses the moisture. It's really good for rust inhibitors, and it clings. I have some scratches on my truck, so there's bare metal showing. So once a month, I spray that bare metal with this, and it hasn't got any worse.
Keeps it protected.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So if people are curious about all these AMSOIL products that they're seeing, you can find them on the AMSOIL.com website. There's a link directly to it in the description. And if you decide to order something, Rob and I will both consider it a personal favor if you use my dealer number, which is in the description. In the interest of full disclosure, I've signed up under Rob as an AMSOIL dealer. So when you order through me, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions that I make selling AMSOIL go directly toward helping to offset the costs of doing these podcasts. So if you enjoy these podcasts, it's a wonderful way to support what we're doing here. And go ahead.
And if anybody signs up this week, Mike, tell them to send you an email that they signed up, and we're going to send them.
Let me put your full screen.
Yeah, we're going to send them one of the AMSOIL hats.
Sweet. Yes, please do that. Yeah, send us an email. Send me an email. That's in the description as well.
$10 to sign up. And for $10, you save 25% on the product. So if you're a snowmobiler and you're going to buy a case of gallons, four of these ones in a box, you could save almost $50. And anything over $100, you ship right to your house free.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It's a good savings.
Yeah, it's as you've mentioned to me before, it's almost like a Costco membership. It's $10, and that gives you the deepest possible discount you can get on your AMSOIL products. And in most cases, you're going to save more than the $10 on that first order. So it pays for itself in most cases right on the first order. You get up over $100, you're getting free shipping. It's an incredible value.
No minimum, no maximum. If you just want a couple of bottles, you could order a couple of bottles. You have a link they can click and get one of the catalogs, tell you all the products we have available: compressor, hydraulic, rotary, diesel, everything.
Yeah, there's links for the free catalog in the description, as well as for the preferred customer program, and to check out their website. Oh, and one last thing, they've got a promotion running right now. Did you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, the promotion, say you're going to order some engine oils and diesel or something like that, and you add 2 cases of AMSOIL 2 bottles of AMSOIL 2-cycle bottles to your order, and use this promotion code CCO123ATS. They're going to give you a free hat too. And we're going to send you a free hat also for signing up.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's an amazing value, quality value. It's hard to beat the whole AMSOIL experience. It really is. Let's take a few quick comments and then we'll continue with the program here. Where was I with that? Okay. So we've got Doug Cower from Massachusetts, regular viewer. I've met him many times at the shows. He hopes to see us there next weekend in Lancaster. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, Doug, and he's got some really nice Kawasaki's. Jeff Wessner, who was on here a couple of weeks ago, more than a few weeks ago, I think December might have been. He's saying the Wisconsin Do Talk ride in Antigua, Wisconsin is next week, February the 3rd and 4th at the Holiday Inn. So if you're out in Wisconsin, that's worth checking out. Got someone on Facebook saying hello. We've got, Stacy and Art Fosler saying they love the 72 Nitro 400. He used to have one and wishes he never got rid of it. Yeah, I can feel that. And then we've got David from Alaska Railroad saying good evening to Rob.
Hi, David.
And then we've got, here we go. After looking for 4 years for an R-Code Motoski Mini Snow, Paul Crane was kind enough to sell me his. Great guy. Absolutely. Wow. And nice. And I was talking to Paul just yesterday, and he's the one that puts on Crane's snowmobile show, and he confirmed with me yesterday that it's on. So looking forward to that. And it looks like there's going to be snow on the ground for it as long as the cold holds. Let's see. Here we go. Someone on Facebook says, I run Dominator and everything 2-stroke. Great stuff. Oh, and here's a question for Rob. Let's see. My old 72 Polaris Colt calls for 20-1. So do you think I'd be safe running AMSOIL at 100-1?
Yes. AMSOIL 100-1 has more protection than your petroleum oil does at 20-1. Because it doesn't burn off to a higher temperature, and it gives you more film, more strength. And after he runs 2 or 3 tanks through, tell him to pull the plug out and take a look. You'll still see oil on the plug.
Wow. Yeah. That's the test right there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Next weekend, I'm heading to Eagle River to watch Sabrina try to keep her championship going.
Yes. Wonderful. Yeah, keep us posted on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We want to hear the full report when you get back. Cool deal. So let's see. We're on item number 3. Now, this is another show. Their second annual show is coming up February 11th, Saturday, February 11th. That's why I picked this video for tonight to give you a peek at what this show looks like. It's in Newport Center, Vermont, on Tatro Road. Let me get this queued up here, and we'll take a look. Here it is right here. All right, let's see. Take another look at this Kawasaki. I want to find that ski rule owner, too.
Yeah, this one here really looks great. The only thing that is not original component clutch on it. Factory pipes. Yeah.
And we've got Ray Parento's Rust over here. Here we go. He's starting it up. Snapper time. Is that your ski roll over there?
Nope, that's kid in the Yamaha jacket.
Okay, cool. But yours is the Kawasaki then?
Yeah.
You feel like talking that up on Facebook? We're live now with 27 people watching.
Don't know much to say about it. What you see is just the way I found it.
All right.
Not a thing to it.
Sure.
I just squirted gas in it.
You mind if I put you on camera?
I don't care what you
Go.
Don't matter to me.
Go.
Yeah, it's just I squirted gas in it and it started. And that's the way it came.
Nice. What year is that ski roll?
It's a Kawasaki. It's a
Kawasaki. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm mixing them up. 1980 Kawasaki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Runs pretty good.
Good. Yeah. What was your name?
My name is Barney.
Barney. Cool. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Barney.
Yep. I'm cool.
Yep. Good. What do we got going by? Here we go. Got a Blizzard. Probably like a 79 or something, huh?
Probably 77, 78.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good turnout.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Well, cool. Yeah, well, thank you, Barney. It was nice to meet you.
All right, great. Have a good day.
Oh, I'll give you this for coming on camera with me. I got a DVD for you if I can get one here. That's for you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this is Barney's Kawasaki over here, 1980.
And I got to admit, they're cool as hell to look at. They're not a performance thing. It's just making it nice and quiet.
How you doing, Midge?
So, Batman Wasp,
Only you, Midge, would notice that.
all vintage or just sleds like your type? No kidding.
Cool. So let's take a look at this Blizzard over here.
Oh, really? Wow.
So if you're just joining us, we're in Newport Center, Vermont. The Country Riders Snowmobile Club is putting on a vintage event. It's a vintage snow, and vintage show, I should say. And they're going to have a ride later. There's a 9-mile loop they're going to go on. Got a lot of modern sleds here too, because we're right on the snowmobile trail, so we're catching a lot of people coming by. Here we go. Here comes the party. How's it going?
That's bad, you?
Good. You mind if I put you on camera?
Sure.
Cool. We're live on Facebook. Do you have sleds here today? Or?
I do.
Nice.
My wife considers it hers, but I brought it.
Nice. This is your Manta. Wonderful.
Yeah, 1985 Manta.
Yeah.
It's got a 440 liquid-cooled cat engine.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mongrel. So
Yeah.
Flare skis, John Deere tachometer.
Yeah, I saw her driving that around. It looks like it handles real nice.
Yeah, it does. It's really comfortable, especially on the windy days.
Yeah. You're tucked in a little, out of the wind a little more than a normal sled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it's got the 440 liquid and
Were you able to open the hood? Or? What was your name?
Carrie.
Carrie.
Gavlak.
Carrie Gavlak?
Yeah, it's Gavlak from Newark, Vermont.
Nice. Yeah, nice to meet you. Gavlac?
LAK.
LAK, yeah. Nice. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is one out of 150 they made in 1985.
Wow, I'm going to switch sides with you. We'll get better light from this side, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you can hold that up again. Yeah. Of course, I'm casting a shadow on it. But yeah, continue your thought if you would, yeah.
So 150 of the 440s
Yeah.
and 200 of the 500cc. So a total of 350 made
Yeah.
in 1985. And
Nice.
I think they were out of business by 86.
86.
And then Bob Bracey started in 2000 with the Trail Roamer.
Yeah.
I think he made that a couple years, and then those were out.
Wow. Well, yeah, I appreciate you showing this to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when you fire that up, I'd like to get some drive-bys.
Okay.
And I've got this for you, too, for coming on camera.
Oh, no problem.
Right here. That's for you.
Okay.
A copy of a podcast I do.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting you.
Cool deal. Yeah. Let's get a look at the front of this Manta here. Yeah, that is really nice, man. That's cool. You feel like firing it up?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it's still warmed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hums. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's the key part.
Oh, no kidding. That reminds me of those Honda Odyssey ATVs.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. That is quite a rig with the steering wheel in there.
Yep. I don't even know what these do, but some of them work, some of them don't. Yeah. It's all factory with the temp gauge, though. It came from Ain. John Deere gauge.
That's amazing. Oh, you got a pull start too?
Yeah, backup full start.
Yeah.
I just wish they had reverse.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That would make life a little easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when you got a gas port right there, just like in a car.
Oh yeah, so I want to mention this is another part of the Mongrel feature. It's a Ford F-Series pickup truck fuel door.
Oh, wow.
And these are actually Ford seatbelts.
Ford seatbelts, yeah. Nice. And this acts as a roll bar, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Supposedly they had a canopy
Yeah.
sold by the dealer to cover this. That's what all the snaps are for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a canvas cover or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Now, have you had to do much to it in a way of restoration, or is this pretty well original?
No, it's all original. The hood got touched up.
Yeah.
It had some gel coat cracks in it.
Yeah.
But they could use another once over,
Sure.
to get the match, because this is a little different color than the front.
Oh, yes, yeah. But yeah, a true
Ride it and
survivor.
enjoy it now.
Yeah, the true survivor.
Yeah. I don't know how many survived, but interesting to know.
Yeah. Is that documented somewhere, do you think? Or?
I know, I just been reading online about how many were made. I don't know how many are out there.
Yeah. There's a website. I don't know if this guy would know. There's a guy out in Wisconsin, Greg Dobrkey. He does the twintrackworld.com website.
Yes, I've been on there before.
He might know, because he's all about the twin tracks.
I think he's got all three of them too. The Raiders, the
Yeah.
and the Roamer.
Definitely, yeah. He's got a serious collection, and he takes them to a lot of shows out there, does video. And
Have you ever been to the top of the Lakes Museum?
I've heard of it. I've talked to them on the phone, but I've never been there. Have you been?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
My wife and I rode there from Island Pond in 2017.
On snowmobiles?
Yeah, on snowmobiles. Took us a week.
Get out.
Yeah, 1,300 miles to Upper Peninsula, and then a couple hundred miles to Nobbin Way.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Nice. Was the museum the end of the trip, or did you
Yeah,
continue
it was
past
at
that?
the end of the trip.
That was nice. Then you turned around and came back.
Yep, and we actually pulled in that day. They had the big vintage rally, so it was kind of special.
Yeah.
Cookout and everything.
Very cool. That's cool.
If you ever get a chance to make it out that way, it's definitely put it on your list.
Yeah, I would like to check that out. Yeah, they seem like good people. It's Charlie, and I'm trying to remember his wife's name. I can't think.
But they built an addition on there.
Oh, they did?
It's huge. Got a lot of stuff.
Nice. Very cool.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's great to meet you.
Likewise.
Cool deal. There we go, Newport Center, Vermont. That was their first season doing that. And it was a really nice turnout. Some nice sleds showed up.
Is your bucket list getting bigger and bigger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How'd you like that twin track?
Oh, I didn't know they use Ford parts, John Deere parts.
Yeah, that's wild. They must have just shopped around parts, either looking for price or things that would fit what they were trying to do, and work the sled around that. That's a good idea, actually. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, or as much anyway.
Yep. And now he can get parts real easy. Needs new seat belts, he goes to Ford Wrecking Yard.
Yeah, totally.
I wonder how he found out that. I guess somebody would have recognized.
Oh, good question. Yeah, maybe on that website, twintrackworld.com, they have that kind of information on there. Yeah. And Greg Dobrkey, who does that website, twintrackworld.com, is a friend of this podcast. He's been on before, and he lets me use a lot of his videos on the podcast. I haven't in some time, but he's been on here before, and great guy, great resource if you like Twin Track.
Good.
And before we switch subjects, I just want to put out there the reminder of that show we were just looking at. They're going to have the second annual show Saturday, February 11th. In Newport Center, Vermont. It's right off Route 100 on Tatro Road. If you're curious about attending that, there's a link in the description to the Country Riders Facebook page, where you can find all of the information you need on how to get there and when it starts and all of that. So let's see. We've got some comments that have come in. Here we go. Our good friend Josh Leverker says he uses Amsoil in everything he has. Great product. Cool deal. It's nice to hear that. Also, Rob Liskey says thank you. He's the one that posed the question earlier about the 20-1 for his Colt. Let's see. Those Kawasaki Intruders were very fast for fan-cooled sleds, for sure. Oh, here we go. The Kawasaki is actually a 79 Intruder. Okay. And David from Alaska Railroad says that 800 XCR sure got him fired up. Cool. And Kim Schaefer says, let's see some snow jets. Trying to think of some of the other videos I'm looking here on my cheat sheet. I don't know if we've got snow jets on this podcast tonight or not, but we often do. So do circle back on future podcasts, and I'll try to have something for you next week if we don't have anything this time. Dominic Anthony Kane says, I do the Nobbinway show every year. It's awesome. 3 days of fun and riding. Oh, here we go. Charlie's wife is Marilyn. Thank you so much. Cool deal. Now, James Sprenger, who is the brother of my good friend John Sprenger, says he's got a question for Rob. He says, can I use OW40 in his UTV?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Cool deal. And it's nice to see all of these questions coming in about Amsoil. Did you have more on that, Rob? Or?
We do have other oils for ATVs. We have a 5W40 also. And we have a 10W40 for the Hondas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
But I run the 040 in all of mine. I have a Suzuki and Arctic Cats. So I run the same oil on both of them.
Nice. Nice. Well, cool. Let's see. We're on item number 4. We're going to go now to Goffstown, New Hampshire. They had a vintage show out there. I think it was in October of 2019. We're going to look at some Evinrude snowmobiles. And I think the gentleman we were talking to had a few other sleds in his collection as well. But let's take a look. Sure, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just be over my shoulder. And
Sure.
Yeah, my name is.
All right, my name is Grayson Merrill, and this is a 72 Johnson Rampage, 32 horsepower. Bought it in pieces and put it together. Next to it is also 72 Johnson Rampage, but that is a 30 horsepower. It's a 399cc. Both of these are opposed motors. And the next one in line is a 71 Bobcat SS, also opposed motor, 437cc, 32 horsepower. All these have dual exhaust. And that one's been redone.
Okay, yeah.
The next one is a 70 opposed, 437cc with a single exhaust, 25 horsepower. That was the first one I bought.
That's your first one of your collection?
Well, of the Evinrudes, yeah.
Of the Evinrudes, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the next one is 71, 25 horsepower, 437 opposed motor. All those sleds that you just looked at have neutral lockouts on them, which make them kind of unique.
Yeah. Very nice.
Next is a 1967 sleigh for Evinrude. It's a 1-year sleigh only, and the reason why it's a 1-year sleigh only is because it's smooth all the way down. On the 68s and newer, they were there was a square part here, and it was 2 different sizes. So that's a 1-year only sleigh.
Wow.
I've got the sled for it at home. I didn't bring it today.
Nice.
Next is a 71 Scorpion Bubble Nose. It is got a twin cylinder CCW 340, and it's 71 was the last year of the Bubble Nose. That came from Michigan.
Michigan.
Next is a 1970 Scorpion Stinger. It's got a single cylinder Sachs 368cc, and the metal flake is usually the hot one. Next is a 71 Moto Ski, and that's got the most horsepower single cylinder in it. It's got a 194R motor in it. Makes 28 horsepower stock.
Wow.
I just acquired that this year, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Good.
That's new.
It's a nice shape, too, huh?
Very nice shape. Somebody loved it. Yep, for sure. Yep. And last is a 71 ski roll. That's got a CCW 400 in it. And acquired that a couple of years ago. Just the way it says. I didn't do anything to it, and that is also in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Somebody loved that one as well.
That's nice.
The wife plans on riding that one this year.
Oh, good.
These are all riders. None of these are trail queens.
Nice.
Even, they get redone, but they still get ridden.
Good. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're back.
Was that all one man's collection?
Yes. And they were in front of that really long trailer. I don't know how he squeezes them in there, but he got all those sleds in there.
Yeah, quite a collection he has.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I think he was from Massachusetts. He told me, but that was back in 2019, so my memory's a little fuzzy. But we do have some more comments coming in. There was one that I think I missed. Oh, where the heck is it? Here we go. Okay. My friend Andrew Strakos, who I met out in Old Forge, New York over the summer, says he's got some pictures of a race in Saratoga Springs around 77 or 78, and he's going to send them to me tomorrow. This is Andrew Strakos from Granville, New York. Andrew, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. If you're going to email it to me, rather than use the Vintage Snowmobile Lovers Facebook page to email, that just gets, I'm so behind on those emails, and because it gets so backed up. Please send it to this address here at the bottom of the screen. And anyone else who wants to communicate with me, this is the best way to do it. The email you see at the bottom of your screen, you're welcome to send them to the Vintage Snowmobile Lovers Facebook page over Messenger. But I'm sad to say that it gets so backed up with messages, and I can never stay on top of it. It's very frustrating. And then there were a few other quick comments here. Oh, here we go. BCJ Vid says Amsoil is the best. Cool deal. Stacy and Art Fosler says, does anyone know what CCW stands for? I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I've heard that over the years, but I can't think of it. Here we go. David from Alaska Railroad says he really likes that ski roll. Oh, and by the way, if anyone knows what CCW stands, here we go. It's coming in. Somebody read my mind. Pardon me. Reese Fleury says, good evening to Mike and Rob. And here's the answer to CCW, Canadian Curtis Wright. Oh, here we go. It's coming flooding in. Here we go. That is cool. We've got some knowledgeable people in the house tonight. This is wonderful.
I should have known that because those machines were only built 40 miles from my place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I've got to say, I love that about doing these live podcasts and having a bunch of people watching is you can put a thought out there or an idea or a question and boom, instant feedback. So that makes this an awful lot of fun. It's nice that people are watching and paying attention and engaging with us like that. It's just so much fun. So let's see. Item number 5. We're going back now to Crane's Snowmobile Show back in 2019. We're going to look at a Kawasaki LTD and a Ski-Doo MX. Get that queued up here. And yeah, here it is right here. Let's take a look.
purchase of mine. It's sort of a special race model from Kawasaki. It's got the 4/6 is special porting that wasn't done on other
Is that one with the
motors.
twin spark plugs on each cylinder?
Twin spark plugs in each cylinder. Sure.
Yeah. Nice. On the big
The radiator.
liquid cooled, yeah.
So you got the twin spark plugs here, and the porting, which I have on that banner out front,
Yeah.
was very unusual. They're a very fast machine, and they like to run. They're not a machine, as I found out last week in a vintage ride. They're not the machine to be run slow
Oh, really?
on a trail. Yeah, they run very hot.
Sure.
But yeah, like most of the Kawasaki's, it's got the pop-up headlight, and it goes pretty good. This one here, as you said a little earlier, had the independent front suspension, and it was kind of unusual for its day. They had a whole line of Lizard sleds back in the early 80s, and the other ones were liquid cooled. This one here is a fan cooled 497, and it had that suspension, and it didn't sell well because it was heavy, and back then, even like today, they liked the light machines, and something with the liquid cools would obviously make them go faster. But this lasted for about 5 years, and then they discontinued it.
And this is what, 80, 81? What year
That's
is it?
an 82.
82, yeah.
And I rode both of these back to back, and it was just an incredible difference in the ride quality of this one
Yeah, the
versus
independent
this one.
suspension.
But you could feel the big difference in the weight.
You could feel the weight, huh?
Yeah, this thing you could flick around. That thing, God, if you ever took that off trail, you'd sink like an anchor. Almost like the modern day Yamahas,
Yes.
as people like to joke.
Known for being real heavy, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a nice, comfortable ride in rough terrain, then this is the sled that you chose, because back then the grooming wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
So, you know, you leave in the morning now and it's flat, and you come back and it's a little bumpy. Back then it was bumpy the whole time.
Yeah.
But if you're in tight, twisty trails, that's more of a nimble sled that you would want versus something like that.
Sure. What was your name?
My name's Mark.
Mark, great. Where are you based out of?
Andover, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, so that's from the Crane Snowmobile Show, Lancaster, New Hampshire. Anything jump out at you there, Rob?
Oh, I like that red Arctic Cat with the steering wheel in it and everything.
Yes.
But if you looked right behind it, there was a metal flake gold motor ski. I've only seen one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a really rare machine, that is.
Yeah, for sure. That might belong to Jason Gibbs, but I could be wrong there. He often brings moto skis to that show, and he's usually at that end.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong there too. There's just so many sleds. But yeah, just a reminder to people, if you liked what you're looking at there, the Crane Snowmobile Show is next Saturday, February the 4th, Lancaster, New Hampshire, right there at Crane Snowmobile Museum. You get it's a double hit, if you will, in that you get all of those snowmobiles that you see outside that the exhibitors brought that day, plus that building in the back, that big brown building has over 100 sleds in there. So between the snowmobiles outside and inside, you can't beat it. It's one of the better shows in New England, and it's next Saturday, February the 4th. I just spoke with Paul Crane on the phone yesterday, and I have confirmation that it's on for sure. So we've got a couple of quick comments coming in. Let's see. We've got oh, here we go. Reese Fleury says it was nice to meet you, Rob. It sounds like the two of you got together over the last weekend.
Yes. Does he have a busy shop?
Oh, wonderful. Cool.
I don't think he gets a day off at that place.
Oh, wow. Good. That's a nice problem to have.
Nice town he lives in.
Nice. Cool deal. All right, well, let's take a look here. Item number 6. We're going to Goffstown, New Hampshire back in 2019. Now, Alan Gebo is a guy that I see at most of these shows. He's got some he's a cat guy, as am I, and he likes the cats from the late 60s to early 70s. And the thing that a lot of people are saying, and this isn't from him saying this is other exhibitors at the show, is he is he's the guy to beat when it comes to sleds in this class. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. These sleds are just exquisite. Let me cue this up here and you'll see what I'm talking about. What do you think, Al?
I try not to.
Yeah, I try not to think too. Start thinking, you never stop.
Yeah, I start thinking way too deep on things.
Yeah. Feel like talking them up?
Sure.
Cool. So I'll get up close to you for good audio, and then afterwards I'll go around and get some what they call B-roll footage.
All right.
Yeah, just my name is, and just talk.
My name's Alan Gebo. I come from Moncton, Vermont. Got 268 Panthers and a 72 Panther. Nice day.
Yeah.
What can go wrong here?
Now you restored these yourself, right?
I didn't paint.
Okay.
The hoods,
but all the
most
prep
of the other
work
stuff,
and
yeah.
nice.
Assembly, disassembly, so
Nice.
on and so forth.
And are the 68s, are they identical or what?
Nope. This is the P35. It's got the
Okay.
600 Hearth with the jack shaft.
That's a whole lot of engine, isn't it?
Yep. For 68 it was.
Yeah. Well, these are in amazing shape.
And Farrell did the seat and the tank bag. She did those.
Oh yes, yeah.
Tool bag. She did those.
Yeah, Ivy does good work.
She does. Can't beat it.
She did the seats on both of them, you said? Both 68s?
She didn't do that. See, she did that bottom of this one.
Oh, she did? Okay. So this area with the snaps and stuff?
Yep.
Wow, these are really nice.
And this one here has got the opposed hearth in it.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't see this one at the Washington show. I didn't have it there.
No. That is quite an engine. Now, how many horsepower on this? Or how many cc?
I don't know. It's 493
493.
cc. I don't know what the horsepower is.
Yeah. Is it pretty powerful?
I don't know. I only drove it in the trailer.
Sure.
One time it was too powerful.
Yeah, I bet. Wow. Yeah, I'll get some B-roll on these. These are beautiful sleds.
Electric start on this one.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
I'll put that on there. This is the battery box, electric start.
Well, the battery's back here.
Yep.
Yeah, good idea. This is 71?
72.
72.
Yeah, I made some changes to it.
Yeah? Talk to me, yeah.
Had some chrome work done on it, re-chromed there.
Yeah?
And under the hood, I added some chrome here. There.
Oh, yeah.
And we put the crossover pipes on.
Yeah.
And change the belly pan to accommodate those pipes.
That chrome really sets that engine off, doesn't it?
It does.
That is something. That is really something. Look at it from this side, too. Even that clutch is chrome, huh?
Yep.
That is a nice touch, I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And your last name, is it Gebo or Gebo?
Gebo.
Gebo, okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are really something.
Thank you.
God. Trying to get him from as many angles as I can. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Goffstown, New Hampshire. What'd you think of that?
Remember about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the Viking snowmobile?
Yes.
And one thing really neat about it was the gas tank came out and you took it out.
Yes.
Well, that third Panther looked like the same kind of gas tank.
Yes, you're right. That little red tank
gas
there.
tank with a handle on top. You unhook
Yeah,
the gas
that is
line,
a great
you take it to
idea.
the gas station, fill it up, and come back, put it back in, hook the gas line up. Because
Yeah,
one of the people on the show said, I think a couple other manufacturers were doing that too.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's very convenient.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, and I agree. I hear so many exhibitors at shows say that, he's a tough guy to beat if you've got sleds in that class. He's just the attention to detail and just really well done. Pardon me. And we've got some comments that have come in. Let's see. Kim Schaefer says, beautiful snow jets. Anyone have a 76 SST 440 for sale? Sure would like to have one. Cool deal. I'll keep an ear out. And if I hear of anything like that, I'll post it on here. Reese Fleury says, Alan's a hell of a guy and a good friend. I have to agree. I've seen him at many shows and just a super nice guy to hang out with. He and I have just about the same humor too, so we can usually get each other laughing, which is fun. Reese Fleury says that 68 600 was a 1-year only engine. Yeah, that was a big engine under that hood. David from Alaska Railroad says, awesome cats. I'd like to own a 71 800 King Cat. Yeah, that's a piece.
So would everybody.
Yes. Those are unbelievable. Jeff Wesner says, big vintage meet at ERX in Minnesota. It's a Midwest ride-in, and it's a great show. Cool. Yeah, thank you for that information, Jeff. Appreciate that. Jeff was on here just a few weeks ago. Cool. Let's see where we are here. We're just about done with the program. We've got 2 more quick videos to look at. We're on item number 7. Some more views from Crane's Snowmobile Museum. By the way, if you like what you see, the Crane Snowmobile Show is February 4th, coming up next weekend, next Saturday in Lancaster, New Hampshire at Crane Snowmobile Museum. Let's take a look. Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Put the one together there that's got the tank in the back of the seat. Yeah. And completely stripped dry tank. Fourth floor. And the tank is hot. And that's why the tank
Feel like talking up that Panther?
A little later.
All right.
I gotta come up with save that.
There we go.
Yes, and now that you mention it, Rob, I did see that orange moto ski you were talking about. Pretty sure that's one of Jeff Gibbs' sleds, or Jason Gibbs, because the rest of those sleds in that area were his, and so I'm pretty sure that's one of his. But any comments on what you saw there? Or?
There were some good snowmobiles there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I have to admit, I pushed this Crane's Snowmobile Show pretty hard because he's a good friend, and it's also one of my favorite shows. This show does not disappoint, for sure. So that's why I push it hard. Here we go. We've got someone on Facebook is saying, my first sled was a 68 Panther. My Ski-Doo friends at the time would tell me that the front-mounted engine, aluminum chassis, and slide suspension were bad ideas on a snowmobile. LOL. Yeah, that'll never catch on, right? Cool deal. Cool deal. All right. So we've got one final video here, item number 8. This is at the Fire and Ice Drags in Newport, Vermont back in 2019. It'll pretty much speak for itself. It's a great little video here. Let's take a look.
My name's Steve Eckel from Orleans, Vermont. We're having a good day today racing. I got my vintage 650 Indy here. Some work tour, and we're gonna have a good day. And,
Nice.
Looking for some more good days.
Totally. Now, what can you tell me about this? This is a mod sled, right?
It's a mod, yep. We got porting, polishing, deck the heads, the triple pipes. We bored the carburetors from 38s to 39.5s. 250 picks in it.
Wow.
And shaved the track and lightened it up.
Nice.
So we're ready to see what we can do today.
Nice. What are you expecting for a time on that? What?
We're not too sure yet. It'd be nice to. I'd like to hit 100 actually.
Nice.
660 feet, but we don't.
Sure.
It's all about fun.
Sure. But yeah, I see those spikes on there. That's 250 spikes on there, huh?
250 spikes.
That's amazing. That ought to hook up.
You should hook up pretty good. Yep.
Now the holes drilled in there. That's
Yes.
weight savings. Is that what's going on with that?
Kind of did that. I don't know if it's gonna help much, but yep, just to drill them out, to lighten it up a little bit.
Nice.
You know, a little different style. You know.
Nice.
Yep,
Is this
yep.
your son?
Yeah, it's my
You want to have
grandson.
him, grandson? You want to come in the shot and introduce him?
This is Alex, my grandson.
How's it going, Alex?
And he's gonna be
Good.
running an XLT here.
Oh, really?
Yep, we'll be running that. It's got triple pipes on it from Start Line Products, and it's gonna be his first time running this one, and we're gonna see how we do.
Nice.
Yep.
This one, I raced the 120 and got
Yeah,
first
tell
place.
him. You're running 120.
Yeah, tell me the story.
120 Yamaha and took first.
Took first.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That was like what, 3 years ago?
3 years ago, at least.
Yeah.
3 years
Outstanding. And how old are you now?
ago. I'm 9.
9. Good. So you were 6 years old at the time?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 6, right?
Maybe, yeah, around there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good. Do you want to get on the sled? We'll get a picture of you on it. I'll come around this side and. Here we go. Give me a wave. Nice. Sweet deal, man.
Put him on Gramps too, maybe. On that.
Yeah, do you want to get on here? Oh. You all right? Yeah, I might have got that.
That was on purpose.
Yeah.
That's for the camera.
Yeah. Cool. Outstanding. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, good times on the ice.
So what did the grandfather do?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I must have it if I went back, to the original footage, but that was 4 years ago.
73 is pretty fast for a 9-year-old. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that kid. That he was doing as well as he was at 6 years old, and then at 9, and
Yeah.
and to have him that involved in it that young, I have a feeling he's probably hooked for life, which is wonderful.
Keeps
I
him
think
out of trouble.
Yeah, and people like that, I think, are the future of this hobby.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really good to see. Let's see here. We've got a comment that's come in. Yes, someone says another great show. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, any final thoughts, Rob, before we wind it down? Or?
Great show, and I'll see if I can get some videos this weekend from the. Not next weekend. It's the 4th, February 4th. I head up the Eco River.
Yeah.
The Pro Series is going to be there on the ice, racing ovals. So.
Yeah, please try and get some footage if you can. I would love to see that. Yeah. Wonderful. Oh, and we've got Jeff Wesner saying, a great show. Thank you for all the info. Also for David from Alaska Railroad is saying great show as well. Yeah, thank you so much for the compliments, everyone. Cool deal. So with that, we're going to wind it down. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to Rob for coming on tonight. Really appreciate it. Always a good time. And we plan to be here in 1 week's time. Wherever you're viewing this tonight, circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be here waiting for you.
Great show, Mike.
Thank you so much. As always, last word goes to Amsoil. Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about AMSOIL. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero.
Wow.
If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So AMSOIL is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running AMSOIL than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is.
Wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods. We have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.